Hey guys, I just found out that on Easter Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Hi guys, I just found out that on the week. Shut up. I'm doing the best I can.
Guys, I just found out.
I'm doing the best I can.
You're really good at this, Patrick. Yeah. Subscribe, like, and share.
Fuck off. Okay, hey guys, so
And
this is my.
ring the bell.
Anyway, this is Honors. And we're going on a road trip because, well, we have time off because it's Easter week and that's what everyone does in Norway.
Yeah.
So we got a car. We've narrowed it down to 2 places.
Yeah.
It was up to 8 before. So, okay, you're on camera now. You have to decide which one are we going to.
I mean, it's up to you. I've been, around in Norway. Not around, but, yeah.
Should we flip a coin?
Yeah. Tails is Flåm.
Yeah, tell us Flåm.
Yeah. And heads is Stavanger.
Yeah. It said tails.
Okay, we're going to Flåm. So, what do you think about this place?
Well, we've been driving just a little bit and we got out and it's really beautiful. My favorite thing is when there's a mountain on one side of the road and then there's a road and then there's this beautiful water like this. And yeah, it's just nice. The reason everybody takes off the week before Easter is because there's still a little bit of snow in the mountains. And so all the crazy skiers go up and ski and it's beautiful. It's one of the first sunny weeks in Norway. So you see the sun glittering on the water. But Mr. Honors, I take issue with you. You hurt my feelings earlier. Ask me why.
Why?
Jesus Christ, you're useless.
Hey, that hurts my feelings. I take issue with that.
No, we're talking about my hurt feelings.
I don't care.
You made fun of me because I drive with my shoes off.
Yeah?
And what did you say? You were like all like appalled as though I was like driving naked or something.
Yeah.
I think it's okay. It's a very southern thing, I think.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Getting myself some coffee
And
and some water.
and
A 3-pack of chocolate Boller.
and why are you getting the Boller?
Because you wanted one.
And because it's the most Norwegian thing to do.
Yeah. Hopefully this is good.
This is as Norwegian to Norwegians as apple pie is to Americans. Ikke sant?
Really good.
Yeah, good. Okay, so I have a little resentment against you, Honors, because I made a super tasty carrot cake for the road trip, and you were all like, "Nyeh," when you looked at it because it was wrapped in aluminum foil. And, Honors grew up in his teenage years in Britain, so he's a little hoity-toity. And I said that he was a snobby bitch for not eating my cake because he didn't like the way it was wrapped. So he stopped for Boller. He's on in the camera, yes. It's good, but it's not my cake. Okay, so we just stopped at this beautiful church along the highway. I needed to stretch my legs for a minute. I was getting sleepy, and Honors here was giving me a whole big lecture about how about proper graveyard etiquette, about how you can't talk too loud in front of the people, blah blah blah. And I was like, Honors, they're dead. They can't hear us.
Yeah, I mean, Patrick's has bad graveyard etiquette. What can you say?
So I got annoyed, and now we're leaving the graveyard. Okay, we're just stopping for lunch, and I have a little child in the car who wanted McDonald's. Honors, why are Norwegians so fascinated with McDonald's? Explain it to me.
Says the one from North Carolina.
Yeah, but y'all are all like, let's go to McDonald's, let's go to McDonald's. Like, what's the whole thing about McDonald's?
I mean, it's quick and honest food.
And you just like it?
Yeah. Okay. And
look at him smiling and giggling like a little boy. You just want to eat in peace, huh?
yeah, yes.
Okay, I have to admit McDonald's in Norway is way better than the US. It was actually like freshly cooked. And, the McDonald's, they don't have playgrounds for little kids like Honors to go play on. But they do have trolls. Okay, so tell everybody about Norway and trolls. Because
I don't get the fascination because it wasn't a big thing when I was looking.
But isn't there like a whole troll forest in Bergen, etc.?
Yeah, maybe, but the people from Borgund is a bit,
They're like their own country anyway, right?
Yeah.
But also, and they say egg instead of yai.
Yeah.
And meg instead of my. Yeah, they're weird people. But isn't it part of your folklore and your fairy tales, the trolls and stuff?
Yes.
You don't even know your own culture. Put that hand down. You don't even know your own culture. Scum and Padai.
Okay, we're in the car and I'm kind of bored, but look at that nice mountain over there. So, Patrick, since we're in Norway, need to quiz you about your knowledge. So,
About Norway?
yeah.
Okay.
So, what is the third largest city in Norway?
Oslo's the biggest.
Yeah.
Bergen's the second biggest.
Correct.
The third would be either Stavanger or Trondheim.
Yeah. Which one do you go for?
Oy. I think Stavanger is more economically big, but Trondheim is bigger in population.
Ding, ding, ding. Disco. Yeah. Well done.
Tell everybody, since you're bored, you can just tell them a little story of when we decided to go on this trip and how many places we decided to go to before we decided on this road trip.
So Patrick found out he was able to have a small vacation last night.
We looked at Milan, we looked at Budapest, we looked at London.
Yeah.
I think we looked at Turkey at one point
Yeah.
for a 3-day trip, okay?
Yeah.
On the Easter week.
Yeah.
And they were all dumb, stupidly expensive.
And the cheapest place was Stockholm, which, is an okay city, but not really interesting. Well, I don't mind Stockholm. It's nice.
And then we were going to go to Milan together. And so we decided, okay, if we just wait to go to Milan for a month or till the summer or whatever, we'll save so much money that we can take a road trip to Norway for the same difference. So
yeah. So that's why we're here in the mountainous area of central Norway. So yeah. Enjoy, subscribe if you haven't, remember to like the video and ring that bell.
Honors, where are we now?
Now we're on the border between two of the large counties in Norway.
And what is this thing here?
So this is an old sorry for explaining so shitty, but I don't really have the details, so.
Yes, it was a super shitty job and everyone just logged off and you just killed our retention rate. You ruined the video. Darn good. But the crazy thing is like literally 10 kilometers ago, it was green valleys and now it's like, 1 degree outside and it's snowing and we were passing people skiing down there. So yeah. Norway and this ring is a little weird. Like you go up one mountain and sunny, the next you go up it's snowy, the next one there'll be a rainbow and rabbits frolicking around, who knows.
Yeah, it's really cold here.
Yeah, so we'll go now.
Yeah, we're going. And thank you. Please remember to hit that like button. Hit that bell button, baby. Oh, and remember to like. Yeah.
Okay, we're tired, but we stopped in this beautiful little town called Lærdal to get some groceries for tonight before we get to the campsite. And Honors, you were blah blah blahing about Lærdal as we were driving in on the old part. So tell me whatever you remember about what you said.
Yeah, it's like a classical Norwegian small town that has kept a lot of its wooden architecture.
Because it didn't burn?
Because it didn't burn.
Because a lot of things in Norway burn.
Yeah, because
even though it's the land of ice and snow.
Yeah, ice and fire. And as you can see out the window over here, it's surrounded by mountains on all sides. But in the middle, it's cozy. They have some sun, at least in the hills.
Which not all towns have. Some towns are just completely covered in darkness.
Yeah. So they get like 1 or 2 hours sunlight a day.
You Norwegians are weird.
Yes. So, Patrick, we were at Borgund Stave Church in Western Norway.
Yeah, and it's really cool because I've seen a couple of Stave churches in Norway, but they were all replicas, so they weren't really Stave churches. And this is like the first real one. It's like from back in the day. You can even see how old the wood is. It was at this place. It hasn't been moved. It's like legit historical. Ikonoashish.
No. And when do you think it's from?
I'm looking at the camera for help. YouTube saved me. I think it's from 1051. That's
No.
my final answer.
That's incorrect, but close.
Yeah?
It was built after 1181.
And I see at the top there, like all these things up there. Are those Christian things, or are those like from Norse mythology, you think?
Around the time these were built, it was after Norway became a Christian nation.
Okay.
But they have influences from both, I think.
So those are maybe more Viking symbols, kind of?
Yeah, but at the same time you see crosses.
Yeah, you see the steeple?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's a cross there at the front. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
And on
There's a lot of crosses. Lead half, just like us.
Mm-hmm.
That's half Norwegian, half Christian.
Yeah.
You know, me and Anders had absolutely zero idea we would end up at this Stave church today. We were just driving down the highway to get to our destination for the night, which is Flåm, and we saw a sign that says Stavkirke, and we came over, and this is my favorite part of traveling, is when you have absolutely no plans for something and you just see something super memorable. And part of the reason it's such a good memory is because it just happened.
Oh, and there's the new church. New. I mean, it's probably from the 1800s, maybe. And that's probably because this church don't have any windows. Or they have some small windows at the bottom, but it's probably really dark in there. So, yeah.
There are also these like attaches, these levels that aren't really there in Christian churches. Like you have the place where people are, and then like the second level of the roof, the third level of the roof, the fourth, fifth, sixth level of the roof. So it's kind of like a birthday cake or a wedding cake.
Probably a wedding cake.
Yeah. So we're just driving. I had to stop the car. I'm in the middle of the road. There's no one coming or anything. There's just like freaking 500 wild deers just sitting out, hanging out. I'm like, hey, let's have some Feldsmat, which is like the dinner after dinner that the Norwegians call it. I mean, that's crazy. Okay, it's day 2 of the trip. Anders found us this beautiful little hytte last night. It was super cheap. They actually gave us an upgrade. The gentle giant is in the midget cabin and cooking me breakfast. Good morning, Anders.
Good morning.
How did you sleep?
Okay.
How was Anders' emotional corner today?
Okay.
Oh, so norsk. Bacon. What else are we having?
Coffee.
And
Pancakes.
pannekake. Eggs.
Yeah, and eggs.
Were you proud of yourself for finding such a nice place for almost nothing? I was proud of you.
No, I'm not proud of myself.
And I kid you not, this mountain over here is literally the view from the front door of our cabin. At any rate, let's get going and see what there is to see today. Anders, where are we now?
We're at Flåm.
And what are we about to go do?
We're going to the Brekkefossen trailhead.
Yeah, and if you're one of the 8 people who followed my YouTube channel from the beginning, you know that I've been here before. And the lady that told me how to get here before, she said, oh, it's just a 30-minute hike. And in reality, it took me like 2 hours. So, but this time I have a proper Norse boy with me, and we'll see if he pushes me, because I do walk flow, don't I?
These fences are made of stone that the farmers, they had to clear all the fields.
You mean like way back in the day?
Back in the day, when people first came here and had domestication. So all these were scattered around the fields a few hundred years ago.
Cool. I am out of shape. My butt's burning. It's steep. Anyway, we have to open the gate so the sheep don't get out. Oh, are you glad you didn't have to be the one to install the stairs, Anders?
Yeah.
How long do you think it's going to take Slow Patrick to get up there?
20 minutes.
Nah, that or die. That's you if you run. Oh, we're here. I have to admit, I'm not nearly as excited about the waterfall as I am about the fact that I can just sit down for a minute. And Anders, while we're walking the last steps, tell me, you were talking about these are Sherpa stairs. Did these stairs come from Nepal?
Yeah, no, we use local stone, but the ones making it are from Nepal.
Yeah.
They are experts in building stairs like these.
Yeah, I never knew there was such a strong Norway-Nepal connection until I came here.
Yeah. So there's stairs like this one all along with Norway.
And even though you're super fit and in shape, you have a little bit of sweat on your face.
Yeah, but just a bit. because I've been carrying all your stuff.
I've been carrying your jacket, it's heavy. So Anders, even though you're the Norwegian, I've been to Flåm before and you haven't. And I taught you something about your country.
Yeah.
Yeah, what do you think about Flåm?
Well, it's a really nice place, dramatic in nature, and a tourist's favorite, it seems, for good reason.
How is Anders' emotional corner as you're up here at Flåm Waterfall?
It's quite good. You know, body and mind has, you know, walking up the mountain is beneficiary, but
What's better, being at the office or being at the waterfall?
being at
Well, yeah,
yeah.
obviously.
When you look at that waterfall, you need to remember to subscribe, like the video, share the video,
Oh, sheesh.
and click the bell button so you get notified next time Patrick makes a video.
You're crazy. Say what you said earlier about how there's something so eternal about the...
Yeah, but you destroyed it. I said the waterfall was eternal, and then Patrick asks, wait, what about winter? Not to freeze this over?
But what did you mean by it's eternal?
I mean, it's been there for the past years and will be there for another past.
And it just keeps going over and over?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's nice.
Philosopher Anders. That's about as deep as a Norwegian gets, ikke sant?
Yeah.
Yeah. We forgot to vlog while we were down in the little village earlier today, but basically there's that big mountain, there's a fjord there. Cruise ships often come in on the fjord with people from all over the world. They go into that little village where everything's super overpriced to take advantage of the tourists and make their money. And if you're in the village where there's nothing else to make money from, and you can have a little bowler, you can have some ice cream, there are food trucks, and then you go up to the waterfall and you get back on the ferry. But we're not on the ferry, we're in the car, and so that's where we're about to go now. So we can go to Anders. What's next?
Nærøyfjord.
Yo, the Nærøyfjord. Where was your favorite animal?
Yeah.
Is it a polar bear?
No.
Is it a flamingo?
No, it's cows.
Yeah?
And look at the small ones, how cute those are.
What do you like about cows?
They're fluffy and kind-spirited animals.
And why are they kind-spirited?
Because they respect humans and, you know, look at them. Look at that one.
Did you know that when I was in India, cows just wandered the streets?
No.
And you had to step out of the way so you wouldn't step in their poop?
No.
Would you like that?
No.
If cows wandered the streets of Oslo?
I think the cows should be in fields like this. Yeah. They seem to enjoy themselves.
If I bought you a baby cow as a pet for your apartment, what would you think?
That's lost your mind. Finally lost your mind. Yeah.
Do you want to ask the cows to subscribe?
No.
No?
No,
You've asked everybody else on this blog?
Yeah, they don't care about YouTube, I think.
No? Okay, so now we're in Undredal, which is this tiny little village that's right beside a mountain. It was the village that actually inspired the Disney movie Frozen. And Anders, yesterday we saw a stavkirke, ikke sant?
Yeah.
You want to see another one?
Yeah.
It's right there.
Is that the Stave church?
It's a Stave church.
Yeah. Doesn't look like one.
Yeah. Shall we go?
Yeah, after being in Sacré-Cœur, this is perhaps the complete opposite.
It was like not even the bathroom of Sacré-Cœur, this whole church.
Yeah, you're not joking even. I'm not sure why it's considered a stave church, but here it says it was built as a stave church in 1147.
So maybe a Stave church is more about the construction than the look?
Yeah. And
I don't know.
method.
And the era?
Yeah.
See if the door's unlocked. Is it unlocked?
No.
No, it said it was open.
Yeah.
God doesn't want us.
No. And down here is a pile of shit. The same shit you listen to in here every Sunday. So it's fire protected.
And why are they so concerned about fire on the churches?
Well, in Norway in the 90s, we had this great guy called Varg who had a habit of burning down precious old churches in Norway.
Skammen for ham.
Yeah, he didn't agree with the whole Jesus thing and rather preferred the devil.
Oh, well, I think even if you hate Jesus, don't mess with the beautiful old churches.
Yeah, I can agree with that. Yeah. Okay, interestingly, in the western part of Norway, they have quite a few farms up in the mountainside of the fjords with no electricity, water, or anything.
Like way up there.
Like way up there. So that's a pretty low down in the mountainside. But of course, water is not a problem here. As you can see from the snow-capped mountain, you get water, a good water source year-round. But yeah, it's an interesting fact about Western Norway. Many of them don't have electricity though. Yeah.
Okay, Honors, now that you've insulted the Norwegian church and are going to get me fired when they see this video, should we go find some special Norwegian ice cream?
Yes.
Okay, so we're just on the way to get the special ice cream, and we just passed this place. It's funny because it looks like a little shed. It's actually Europe's smallest fire station. I don't know what's inside, but like they had the ladder on the side, I guess, in case they need to climb up to save somebody. It's kind of a joke. You couldn't even fit a car inside, but whatever. It's kind of cool.
So this is the old school alarm telephone for messaging, giving message about fires and other accidents. So break the glass, open the door, lift off the telephone. When you get a response, please call me, explain what it's about, and then return the phone to its place. And don't shut the door. And if you misuse it, you get punished.
Like when I lost your gloves. Okay, Mr. Honors.
Yep.
Tell us everything that just happened over the last 5 minutes.
No, so we visited this local shop, convenience store, where we talked to this.
By the local shop, you mean the only shop?
The only shop, yeah. And we talked with the owner, who said that this area has seen some tourism during the winter as well, which is fascinating. And now it's in the middle of April, and she expects from May that the big masses of tourists will arrive here.
So this is a town of like 300 people, and thousands will come in the summer.
Yeah. But the new thing is you can also visit here in the winter, and these fjords are perfect for rib tours, you know, the small boats where you sit like a row of 8x2 or 8x4, which goes insanely fast. And this is perhaps the perfect place for a rib tour.
And what did we get at the store?
Oh, we got some ice cream.
Yeah, well, should you do a taste test?
Yeah.
Smakprøve eller skal jeg?
Well, I could taste the chocolate first. Okay.
And where was this ice cream made from? What was it made from? The local goat milk.
Yeah. No, I don't think so. Let's see.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, because in the spring there are goats all over the side of the mountains. They aren't out yet.
Yeah, but they have a cow on this one.
Well, maybe they couldn't find the goat son.
Let's see. No, it's cow's milk.
But I know the brown cheese is from here. Okay, so now you take the camera because I want to try my ice cream, which is brown cheese ice cream. And brown cheese is a thing in Norway, which, ugh. But I'll drink anything with ice cream. I would probably eat dog poop ice cream if they made it. So, yeah, it's made from brown cheese from the goats that are on the side of the mountain in the spring. It looks like this. And it tastes like... Okay, tell people about the brown cheese.
So the brown cheese is...
It's the weirdest, grossest thing about Norway, if you look at it. But if you taste it, it's delicious. Okay, you tell them.
Patrick, behave.
Okay, Honors, I had a second ice cream. It was so good. And so now let's go back to the car and head to our next spot.
Yeah, I just saw two people taking a photograph over here.
Oh.
Of the cabin.
This old thing?
Yeah.
Should we go see what it is?
I think it's a plaque on the side there.
That's a nice cabin, though.
Yeah.
I think I could live here in Undredal by the fjord.
Yeah.
I would just need internet. That's all. It's about me.
Okay.
This plaque is dedicated to those who left the blah, blah, blah to seek a new life in America. No longer able to sustain themselves on these farms, they chose a risky adventure, by leaving home and family, never to see them again. Oh, sad. They passed on to their descendants stories of their beloved Norway, as well as their sense of integrity, faith, and work ethic. Oh, maybe my family was Norwegian. We were big on work ethic. We, the descendants of those Norwegians, honor their memory with this small plaque dedicated on this day in Undredal, Norway, blah, blah, blah. Oh. Maybe we're long-lost cousins? Do you think I could be Norwegian?
Perhaps.
Kanskje?
Yeah.
Bye. Okay. Okay, so now we're heading to the Nærøyfjord. And Honors, I think it's very unfair that you have your Vater dog, that you have your Vater today, and I don't. Vater hand gloves. You're not sharing with me. And why aren't you sharing with me?
Because I loaned Patrick 2 pairs of water. And
3 pairs?
Yeah, and he lost 2 of them.
So no more vodka for me.
Correct.
My hands are cold.
Yeah, and rightfully so. So what do you have to say for yourself?
I'm cold.
Yeah, and for the one who bear the burden, economic burden of not having my water.
Mother made those. Your mother made those. It's the economic burden on you.
Does that make it any better?
Please subscribe.
Yeah, and like, and
Anders, Kjempebeklager. I'm very sorry that I lost your gloves.
okay, thank you.
Do you forgive me?
No.
Okay, we're at the next stop, which is the absolutely beautiful Nærøyfjord. And Anders is being a little bit of a baby. He's like, I'm cold. I'm staying in the car. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, my hair's a mess from the thing. The lua. The toboggan. Anyway, so the first time I came out here to Nærøyfjord was during the COVID pandemic. Kayaked to like past that bend over there. And just past the bend, there's this little village of like 6 houses. They made a tunnel all through the side of this mountain just for those 6 houses. It was like insanely expensive for the government, but they did it. And on the other side of the fjord, there's this tiny little meadow. And there were these lambs grazing with the bells on and everything. And there was this waterfall. I took my thermos and I got fresh water out of the waterfall. And like, it's like, oh my God, I'm sitting here drinking fresh water from an Arctic waterfall on a beautiful spring day. Also, there were thousands of waterfalls where the winter ice was melting from the top of the mountain. So it was like the freaking beginning of Jurassic Park. It was so beautiful, but it's just absolutely amazing here. And Anders was asking me in the car, he was like, hey, it looks really deep in here. And I was like, yeah, actually during World War II, the Norwegians sank a Nazi U-boat that was actually in the fjord here. So that's a cool little piece of World War II trivia for you. Hey, are you sure you don't want to go out and check it out?
Yeah, I'm sure I don't want to go out and check it out. But to everyone watching, please remember to subscribe and make that notification button. You need to like the video and share it with all of your friends on Facebook or everywhere as such as.
Oh, jeez. Okay, so when I got in the car, I was like, Anders, are you sure you don't want to go? And he was like, no, I'm hungry. I don't want to go. And I was like, well, there's a hot dog stand right over there. Do you want a Pulitzer? And then he was like, yeah, I want a hot dog. So we went and got a hot dog, and now he's out. Are you feeling better?
Yeah, I was feeling great all the time.
You're such a little boy. Like, if you don't have food, you throw a temper tantrum. So anyway, what do you think about, it's funny, now that you're out here, I was noticing all these things. Like, what did we see?
Well, you explained to me the dried up waterfalls.
Yeah.
Like you can see here.
They'll come in just a few weeks.
Yeah.
And is there something special up there on that hill?
There's 4 sheep.
Little lamina?
Yeah.
Yeah, little sheep. Welcome to Tvinnefoss. This amazing waterfall is right off the motorway, and it's just, I think we can walk right up to it. So let's go. Oh, it's so... It's cold. Oh!
That's literally the best water I've ever tried. It's good. Really good.
The best, right?
Yeah. It's yeah, it's fresh.
Fresh glacier water?
It's really good and fresh. I just hope it isn't a dead cow up there rotting and giving taste to it, but that's good.
Ever since I was a little boy and I saw Simba and Nala and the Lion King, I always thought, wouldn't it be so nice to, go with someone under a waterfall? And, well, I just did that with honors. Okay, so what was the name of this place? The Tvilling blah 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 Fossen. Tvinnefossen. Tvinnefossen was amazing. I really enjoyed climbing up like a quarter of the way. And so I was going to take honors to Boss, which is one of my favorite places, which is like 10 kilometers away. And he was like, look, he's getting in the car. Hey, wait, I'm talking to you, man. And he was like, F back. He was like, sheesh. So Anders is a tired little boy. And I was telling him, hey, if we go to Voss, there's this beautiful trail we can go to. There are ferns hanging off the mountains into a ravine and a beautiful river. There's a waterfall. We can go before the sunset. It's only 10 kilometers away. What do you think, Anders? Shall we go?
Okay, open the door.
He's completely done. So we're going to head back to the hotel. You're going to regret this when we get back to Oslo. You're going to be like, oh, we should have gone to Voss. We should have gone to Voss.
Unsubscribe. Don't click that. And definitely not the bow thing.
Okay, so you can tell he's tired. He's being mean to me because I pushed him too hard today. Okay, so we're on the last day of the trip, and Anders has officially done a YouTube veto. He's like, I'm finished with this sheesh. So, yeah, y'all can just see my beautiful shining face for the rest of the video. And today, we're taking an alternate route home. That was Anders' idea. He decided that we should go up these switchbacks on a mountain, and it was crazy because you were literally starting a tunnel in the middle of the curb, and it's like, what do you do if a transfer truck's coming the other way? Anyway, we survived, and now we're like super high up, probably 2 miles up or something. Yeah, Anders has nodded yes. And it's kind of like a different planet up here. It's fog, green grass, ice, glaciers all at the same time. It's wild. And Anders, do you want to tell them about all the Norwegians are coming up to get their last ski for Easter?
Can.
Yeah, I can.
Yeah.
Anders is a tired boy this morning. Anders was saying that all the Norwegians go out for one last ski on the week before Easter so that they can get a tan, because they get a tan from the sun and the tan from the snow. And everyone wants to go back to the office brown and crispy from the Easter weekend. And he went like this, yeah, we Norwegians, we're a little like that. Anders, how do I drive in this?
So just follow the lines in the asphalt. So that will help you know when to turn and stuff.
Is this normal? I'm scared.
It's just fog.
I can't see anything though.
Yeah, and the problem is it's 2 degrees outside, so we're pretty close to freezing conditions. And that's not fun.
Are we gonna die?
No. Not today, baby. Not today.
Okay, so that drive up here was scary, and whatever it is that my dog feels after he gets off the bus in Oslo, you know, he always has to take an anxiety poop after we get off the bus, and whatever he feels is what I felt, because I think I need myself an anxiety poop after going through that crazy mountain up there and surviving that fog. Anyway, we survived, and now we are at yet another Stave church. I had no idea that this trip was going to be just one waterfall and Stave church after the next. But here we are at the Stave church in Øya, which is a city named I. And yeah, it's beautiful. I also discovered the source of Anders' bitchiness today. He hasn't yet had coffee. So maybe he'll make a little reunion tour after he gets his coffee. Yeah? Concha, Anders? Yeah? He's like, get that shit out of my face.
Mm-hmm. So it's from... Nah, not me.
Okay.
But it's from the late 1100s to early 1200s. So they were starting to be 1,000 years old.
I think it would be kind of cool to go to church here on the Sunday morning 800 years ago, by a mountain and a fjord and a little Stave church. I think that would be nice. Anders just got his coffee, so he's no longer grumpy giant. And Anders is mad at me because... Why?
Well, we're going home, and Patrick is like, oh, a Stave church at every intersection. And we have to go on these small roads and look at, you know, the results. It's a pile of logs.
We're not even getting out. It's not worth the effort. Yeah, I'm definitely falling for the tourist traps here. And there are these little brown signs on the road that says like, oh, blah, 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 cultural, blah, blah, blah. And we're over our kilometers in the rental car, so we're paying extra now.
Yeah.
And you're like, why are you going off the road and spending our money?
You make me sound like this grumpy git.
You are being a grumpy git today. Anders told me that every time I stop at the Stave church or anything else now that I have to pay for the kilometers and the gas. He's not paying for it. I mean, it's pretty. I think you like vlogging.
Nah.
Yo.
Nah. Patrick, why do you like to YouTube so much?
I don't know, because like every wannabe YouTuber, I have unmet emotional needs from childhood and I need validation. I don't know. Hey, now I'm embarrassed. Now you're embarrassing me. Go away.
Is that red color I see?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, flower.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, now let me embarrass you.
Nej.
Somebody obviously just got out of the car. Oh, we're tired. Anyway, beautiful lake, blah, 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 blah. Same as we've seen the whole trip. Thank you, Honors, for coming with me. Are you glad you came? Yeah? You glad you came?
What's your life lesson from this trip?
What's my life lesson from the trip? My life lesson is that if you become friends with a 6'4" tall Norwegian guy, he'll give you a lot of shit on the trip and roast you and make fun of you, but he's also really good company. And he ain't so bad looking on the eyes either. Okay, so what's your life lesson from the trip?
Remember to charge your power bank, as I did, which was good. So I already knew that. So I haven't really learned anything.
Useless. Anything deeper?
Yes, I learned that it's really important to subscribe, like, and hit that bell button. And
You're rotten, Honors.
you also need to comment
Stop.
on the video. And if we get 1,000 comments on this video, Patrick will like every comment, unless it's mean. Then he won't comment on it.
Me? Why are you giving me work? Why don't you do it?
I can't comment on it.
Honors, I just realized it's the end of the video. We haven't told these people anything about you. Who are you? Where do you work?
Yeah. So I freelance as a motivational speaker.
Liar, that's what I used to do or want to do.
And I work part-time at the Chinese restaurant.
No, you eat there, what?
Yeah.
And what's your favorite food?
Probably burgers.
And what's your favorite place you ever been? Don't say London.
London.
Why do you like London so much?
Because they speak English, and
Because you're snobby and they're hoity-toity.
that's rude.
Anders and I took our wonderful Norwegian road trip on Easter week, a week which is all about the human process of death, rebirth, and transformation. And that process of death, rebirth, and transformation is not just a one-time thing. Just as the dormancy of winter gives way to new life each spring, we go through multiple cycles of birth, death, and transformation throughout our lives as we encounter people and situations that force us to die from our ego and outdated beliefs in order to be reborn into a fuller, truer version of ourselves. And this Easter, I hope that you also have people in your life that challenge you to go through the process of death, transformation, and rebirth, so that, as a friend recently wrote to me, we can all witness the sunny peace of the resurrection. Not just the resurrection of Jesus Christ, but the resurrection that happens each time we all become just a little more of who we truly are. So, thanks for watching, and until next time, I wish you happy Easter, or as the Norwegians say, go påske.
Subscribe, like, and share. Subscribe if you haven't. Remember to hit that like button. You need to remember to subscribe. Like the video. Please remember to subscribe and make... Yes, I learned that it's really important to subscribe, like, and hit that bell button.